Hello children. I hope you have seen my Act 1, Scene 1 and Scene 2 of Merchant of Venice. Now we are moving towards the main plot of the play, that is Scene 3. And this is the most important plot scene of the Merchant of Venice. Why? Because it introduces a villain of the play. And here the real thrill of the play begins. Now, what is the importance of the scene? Let me discuss with you. The scene has two important functions. First, it introduces two major plots of the play. First, Antonio agrees to Shylock's bond 3,000 ducats for a pound of flesh. And secondly, this scene introduces us with the character of Shylock, who is the villain of the drama. Now you see, whenever you see any movie, any play, any drama, you will see that there is two characters. One is the hero, the protagonist, and the second is the villain. So not only hero is important, but the villain is as well also important. Why? Because if there's suppose a drama where there is no villain, only hero is there, so every good thing will happen in that movie. There will be no obstacles, no thrill, no suspense. So villain is also most important character of a play because it creates an obstacle in the path of the hero and from where the struggle begins. It is important to give the thrill to the drama so that it can be moved towards its destination, towards its ending. So here we will introduce by the main villain character of this drama, that is Shylock. Now this scene took place in a street in Venice and which is in front of the Shylock's house. So here Bassanio and Shylock, this speech enters, this scene enters with a entry of Bassanio and Shylock. As we have seen in the earlier scene also that Bassanio, he was going to ask for money to Antonio, but as he was not having that much of amount of money in hand at that time because all this business is in the sea. So what he said go to the Venice and just ask money to the money lenders on my goodwill, because Antonio is a very known businessman of Venice and he was very trustworthy also, so he has a goodwill in the market. So he requested Bassanio this thing. So now Bassanio has, and why he need the money? Because you know that Bassanio was a spendthrift. He had to spend all his money in extravagant and living a luxurious lifestyle. But now he loves Portia, who is a lady in Belmont, and he wanted to go to marry Portia. For that he need money. So that is why he demands money to Antonio. Now when he went to Shylock, who is also a money lender, and he is a very shrewd man. This will be introduced in this scene. Now see the first line, Shylock, 3,000 ducats well. When Bassanio asked him for 3,000 ducats, the amount he told Shylock, he said 3,000 ducats well. Bassanio, yes sir, for 3 months. Then Bassanio said that I require 3,000 ducats for how much time? For 3 months. Shylock, for 3 months well. Again he repeated the lines of Bassanio, 3 months well. Bassanio, for the which, as I told you, Antonio shall be bound. The next third line, Bassanio said that for the money which I will take it from you, for that Antonio will be bound. Means Antonio will take the responsibility to pay back you money. Shylock, Antonio shall become bound well. Again he repeated the line of the Bassanio. Now you are seeing that whatever the Bassanio is saying, Shylock is repeating that again and again. Bassanio, may you stead me. Stead means help me. Will you help me? Will you pleasure me? Pleasure means give me. Shall I know your answer? So Bassanio is asking, he is curious to know the answer of Shylock, whether he is ready to give him money. Shylock, 3,000 ducats for 3 months and Antonio bound. Now he repeated the same thing, whatever the Bassanio told him just now. Again, all the 3 lines in one line, 3,000 ducats for 3 months and Antonio is bound. Bassanio, your answer to that. So Bassanio again asked him, what is your answer? What is your reply? Now, as we know that Shylock was a shrewd man. Shrewd means cunning. He was very cunning. Now he is repeating the words of Bassanio when Bassanio says that Antonio will be security for him. He repeats that Antonio to be your security. A plan immediately executes in his mind because he had a personal grudge and jealousy for Antonio, as both of them were in same business, and due to professional rivalry, he always wanted to destroy Antonio. So immediately the thing came in his mind that how this is a great opportunity, this is the golden opportunity which I am getting, how I can trap Antonio. Now Shylock says, Antonio is a good man. Here good man refers to he is financially stable. He is a rich man. Bassanio, have you heard any imputation to the contrary? So Bassanio asked, have you heard any doubts? Imputation is doubts or allegation which others made on Antonio. So have you heard any allegation regarding Antonio? Shylock, no. My meaning in saying he is a good man is to have you understand me that he is sufficient. So Shylock is saying that no, I haven't heard anything. I don't have any doubt regarding Antonio. I know that he is a good man. And he is having sufficient, means he is having satisfactory assets. So I can rely upon him that I will get back my money. Yet his means are in supposition. Yet his means his business, his argosies, his ships are in supposition. Our supposition means they are at a stake. They are in the risk because they are all in the sea. He hath an argosy bound to Tripolis. Argosy are the merchant ships. So what are his merchant ships? Are to Tripolis. It is a place. Another to Indies. Some of his ships are to West Indies. I understand moreover upon the Rialto. He hath a third at Mexico. Now here the Rialto is a place. This is a stock exchange. It is a market where the business people meet. So he talks about Rialto that I have heard in Rialto. He hath a third at Mexico. That is third ship is at Mexico. A fourth for England. And other ventures he hath squandered abroad. And whatever he has is all the ventures are at this time are at the sea. But ships are but boats. But ships are made up of wood. Boats is wood, which is destructible. Sailors but men. And the sailors who sail the ships, they are also men, human beings. So that is a mortal. They are not immortal. They can die anytime. 3. There be land rats and water rats, and there is land rats is the dacoits, the parrots. So there is also a fear of land rats and water rats, water parrots also. They are the dacoits who came on the ship, small boats, and just rise over the ship and destroy, kill the people and stole everything. Water thieves and land thieves. Again there is the risk of water thieves and land thieves. So what he is saying that there are dangers in sea water. Sometimes high tides, low tides, winds, storms and rocks which can hit ships and cause destruction. So there is not only one So there is not only one fear in the sea. When your ships are in the sea, there are many things which can happen to your ships. The man is not withstanding sufficient. Here the man refers to Antonio. So he is saying that Antonio is not withstanding sufficient. But I know that although all the ships are at sail, but still he has a sufficient security at the same time. 3,000 ducats. I think I may take this bond. So you are asking me for the 3,000 ducats and Antonio will be bound for that. So I think I must go for it because I know that Antonio will surely pay my debts. Bassanio, be assured you may. So Bassanio is saying that you can assure yourself. Shylock, I will be assured I may, and that I may be assured I will bethink me. So he is saying that I will assure myself how much I could. And let me think upon this twice also. May I speak with Antonio? So may I discuss it with Antonio? Bassanio, if it please you to dine with us. He said that okay, if you want to discuss with Antonio, you can have a dinner with us today. Shallow, yes, to smell pork. Now here, yes. Why he is saying yes? That is in sarcasm. That you are not ready to do something, but still you are saying yes. So this yes is definitely a negation, a no. To smell pork. To eat of the habitations which your prophet the Nazareth conjured the devil into. So now see, there is a story in the Bible of Christ. Nazareth is the Christ. He compelling certain evil spirits to come out of the two men whose bodies they had entered. So the evil spirits entered the two bodies. Then the evil spirits asked Christ to allow them to enter into the bodies of evil spirits. And he asked the Christ to allow them to enter into the bodies of a herd of a swine. Okay, now by inhabitation means that the body of the swine. Inhabitation is body of a swine. Swine is a pig. So the Jews look upon pork as an unclean and prohibited food. Now you see that he is proud of his race and religion. There is a religion discrimination also is referred by the Shylock, because Shylock was belonging to Jews religion and Antonio and Bassanio were following Christianity. So there is always a rivalry in these two races. He is very proud. Shylock is very proud of his race and religion, and he determined not to break any of his religious things, religious beliefs, to please the Christians whom he already hated. Because there is a rivalry for Antonio, not only because he is a business opponent of Shylock, but he is also following the Christianity which he hated. So you see that Christians they eat pork, that is pig, but Jews they don't eat pork. They find it very unclean. So what he said, that which your prophet the Nazareth conjured the devil into. This is the story behind this, what I told you. I will buy with you, sell with you, talk with you, walk with you, and so following, but I will not eat with you, drink with you, nor pray with you. So here what he is referring, that I will buy with you means I will do business with you, sell with you, again a business with you, but I will walk with you, I will talk with you, but what I will not do with you, I will not eat with you or drink with you, nor pray with you. Nor pray with you is again a religious discrimination, that I will follow my religion and your religion is not same to me. Aloud, what news on the Rialto who is comes here? Now he talks loudly that what news on Rialto. Rialto is a place, I told you that is a stock exchange where the business people meet in Venice. So he asked, what is there in Rialto? What is the news of Rialto? Who comes here? Who has come? Let's see. Now who enters in the scene? Antonio enters in the scene. Enter Antonio. Bassanio, this is Signer Antonio. So Bassanio introduces him as he know that he is Antonio. Shylock, aside. Now this aside is written, many times you will see in the play of Shakespeare that aside is written. This aside means that Shylock is talking with himself. Audience is able to listen him, but the people who are present in the scene, they are not able to listen. So this gives a direct impact to the audience, that they know whatever is going on in his mind. They come to know, it reveals the fact of the characters in front of the audience. But in the same way, many times these things cannot be open in the play. So the characters who are present in the scene, Bassanio and Antonio, they are not listening these words what Shylock is speaking while where it is written aside, but the audience is able to listen it. Now Shylock, how like a fawning publican he looks. So what is said, that he looks like a servile tax collector. Now, fawning means a person who loves too much. So, as we know that Antonio loves Bassanio. So, he is referring that now he is coming here just like a beggar. Now, see how he looks, because he had a hatred, a deep rooted hatred in his heart. Shylock has a deep rooted hatred for Antonio in his heart. So, when he see Antonio, the moment these things came in mind, but he is not able to hear these things. These things will be revealed after. But now, whatever is going on in the Shylock's mind, that is written here. I hate him for he is a Christian. So now he is giving one by one. He is recalling one by one the reasons of his hatred against Antonio. Now see, the first reason he says that he looks like a fawning publican. Secondly, I hate him for he is a Christian. And there is a racial discrimination also, a fight in the races of Jews and Christian. So he is a Christian, that is why I also hate him. This is the second most important reason. But more for that in low simplicity. But what is the most reason of my hatred? That is too simple. He is very foolish. Why he is a fool? Now why he called Antonio a fool? Let's see. He lends out money gratis and brings down. Because he says that he lends out money free of interest. He does not take any interest from others. He just gives the money to others and brings it down the rate of interest for us here in Venice. Because he is also a money lender. Shylock is also a money lender. So what he does, he gives loans to others and take the interest for them. So this is a kind of a business for him. By that he earned money, a lot of money. So because of Antonio, because he do not take any interest whatever the loan he gives to others, because of this act, his business gets suffered. He is not able to grab others' money in the form of interest. So the rate of usance is interest here with us in Venice. If I can catch him once upon the hip, means if I can get a chance to catch him, to hold upon him, I will feed fat the ancient grudge. I will feed fat means fully satisfy. I will fully satisfy my ancient grudge. Whatever the things I had in mind, whatever the rivalry I have, that is ancient, very long back I have a grudge against him. So I will fully satisfy that grudge if once I will be able to catch him. I beat him. He hates our sacred nation. I bear him. So he is saying that I have old rivalry against him. Why? He hates our sacred nation because he hates my religion. And he rails his insults. He insults me. Even there were merchants must to congregate. Now again he is talking about Rialto. Congregate means the person where they collect. So on Rialto, all the merchants of the Venice collected there. They gather there. So congregate means he is saying whenever the merchants gather the place, he always insult me in front of many others. On me, my bargains and my well-won thrift, which he calls interest. Now many times, on me my bargains. Bargains is the business deals which I make with others. Many times I speak upon that. And my well-won thrift, which he calls interest. And whatever I get, the hard-earned profits I get from in the form of interest, he call it interest. That is my interest, but that is my hard-earned profit on which I work upon. He call it interest. Cursed be my tribe if I forgive him. And if such a person, I will forgive his all the deeds. My tribe, that means Jew, race, that will curse me. That will not forgive me. Now Bassanio, these all the things, as you know that this is spoken in the aside. So the audience has come to know the things whatever is going behind the mind of the Shylock. But Antonio and Bassanio are totally they are not touched by this. They are not able to hear this. Now Bassanio touching him, Shylock, do you hear? When Bassanio has seen that he is engrossed in his thoughts. Who? Shylock. Shylock is engrossed in his thought. Now Bassanio moved him that Shylock, do you hear? Shylock, I am debating of my present store. Debating means thinking. So Shylock is saying that I am thinking about my present money. Store is present money, present assets. And by the near guess of my memory, I cannot instantly raise up the cross. And what I have collected in my memory, that the amount, full amount which you have asked me, that is 3000 ducats, all of at once, I don't have that much of amount. A full 3000 ducats. What of that? Tubal. What of that means? It doesn't matter. Tubal. Now again, a person who belongs to his race means he is also a Jew. Tubal, a wealthy Hebrew of my tribe, will furnish me. But soft. How many months? Tubal, a wealthy Hebrew of my tribe, will furnish me. So he is saying that Tubal, who is also a wealthy money lender, he will give me that amount of money. But soft. Here soft means wait. But wait, how many months? For how many months you need the money? Do you desire? Now he is asking it to Antonio. Do you desire? Rest your fear, good Senior. Your worship was the last man in our mouths. So he is saying that okay, I will give money in the name of Antonio. Now he is greeting Antonio here. Your worship was the last man in our mouths. Means you are the last person whom we were talking. Antonio, Shylock, Albert, I neither lend nor borrow, by taking nor by giving excess, yet to supply the ripe wants of my friend. Now Shylock, Antonio is saying the Shylock, alright, I neither lend nor borrow. Because it is, nowadays it is going on, when the Christians do, they borrow or lend, but it was in earlier days, it was a taboo on the Christians that they will neither take money from anyone and nor they will give money. Means they will not become money lenders. They cannot give back the money exchange. That is a taboo in their religion. Nowadays it is not happening, but it was in the ancient time. So he says, this is referring here that he is talking about his religious beliefs, that I neither lend nor borrow. I do not take money from any other, nor I borrow, by taking nor by giving excess, yet to supply the ripe. But at this time I am in need. Why? I am in need of money. Ripe is urgent. So he is saying I am in urgent need of money, wants of my friend, because my friend need it. I will break a custom, and for the sake of my friend whom I love very much, who is very dear to me, I will break the custom. Custom is religious beliefs. I will break the custom to Bassanio. Is he yet possessed? How much he would? So he has told you. Has he told you that how much? Have you told him yet how much you want? Shylock, yea, 3000 ducats. So Shylock is saying, yes, Bassanio has informed me that he wants 3000 ducats. Now Antonio is saying, and for 3 months. For 3 months he need 3000 ducats. Now Shylock, I had forget 3 months. You told me so. Okay, I have forget 3 months because you told me so. Well then, you are born and let me see. But hear you, methought, you said you neither lend nor borrow upon advantage. Now Shylock is, now you see he is not giving direct answers. Shylock, because everything, the cunning things, the plans execute in his mind and he is thinking upon that. So just to give a lengthy chapter, means to making it lengthy, Shylock is just exaggerating the things because something is going on in his mind. So to execute that, he is trying to repeating the same thing again. Now he is saying, okay, he has remembered that Bassanio has asked him for 3 months. But here you will see he is saying, though I have forgot, but you have told me that you need it for 3 months. So you are born and let me see, but hear you. Methought you said you neither lend nor borrow. But just now you have said me that you neither borrow nor lend money just because of interest. Upon advantage is the interest, because you do not take interest from others nor you give interest to others. Just now. So Antonio said, Shylock, that I never take interest like you. I am not like you. Shylock, when Jacob grazed his uncle Laban's sheep, this Jacob from our holy Abram was as his wise mother wrought in his behalf. The third processor A, he was the third. Now see, there is a story, and this passage is very important because many questions in MCQ and as well as the long answers also, many questions come from this. So by that point of view, this story is very important, and some facts about the story I am going to discuss with you. Just remember, recall those names also. The first name is here Abraham. Who is Abraham? Abraham was the founder of Jewish race. Okay, like Christianity is founded by Jesus. So similarly, Abraham founded Jewish race. Now his son was Isaac and Jacob was his son. So he is the third successor. Like Abraham, then Isaac, and then Jacob. So Jacob is the third successor, which is mentioned here in this passage. The third processor, he was the third. So here Shylock, he describes a story. He is referring the name of Jacob. How he is taking it? Jacob, who was the son of Abraham, once went to his uncle Laban, whose uncle name was Laban. And Uncle Laban had many sheep. So a bargain was made between Jacob and his uncle Laban that Jacob should receive for his services all the lambs which were born with the spots or stripes. So all those sheep who were striped, that will go to Jacob. Means he will not get any salary or interest for grazing the sheep of Uncle Laban, but he will get the striped sheep, and rest one color sheep, that will go to the Uncle Laban. So this was a agreement between these two people. Now Jacob, he was a very intelligent person. He was a very sharp-minded boy. So he made a plan in his mind. What was the plan? During the breeding season, when the sheep give breeding, they become mothers. So Jacob peeled some rods and he placed those rods in front of the pregnant sheep, so that the shadow of that rod should fall on the sheep, and when it is in the process of breeding, in that way the it influences the mothers, so that almost all the lambs were born spotted or striped. So how he did it? He did it with a plan in his mind, and so he became the property of Jacob. All the sheep which were striped, obviously that will go to Jacob. In that way he had earned so well and he became rich. So why Shylock is giving this reference here? Because he wanted to say that why he is giving this reference. Now Antonio, what of him did he take interest? So now Antonio is asking, so what about it? Did he take interest? Why are you telling this story? What is the match here of this story? Shylock, no, not take interest, nor as you would say, directly interest. He said, no, he did not take a direct interest. Mark what Jacob did. Just see, just observe what Jacob did. When Laban and himself were compromised, means when there was an agreement between these two people, means by that agreement, when an agreement happens, when both the parties agree with. Agreement means there is an agree of among both the parties. So here the agreement was made between Laban and Jacob that all the earnings which were streaked and pied, that all the sheep, here earnings means lambs, baby sheep, which was streaked and pied. Streaked and pied means which were spotted. So should fall as Jacob's hire, that will go to Jacob, that will become a Jacob's share. Hire is here share. This was a way to thrive, and he was blessed, and this is the way how he succeeded. Thrive is success. So how Jacob succeeded, and he was blessed. Blessed means he was blessed with his intelligence, and thrift is blessing if man still is not. Means he has made a profit out of that. So he did not steal any sheep of Laban, but he made a plan, and by using his intelligence, he has created his property. Similarly, Shylock, he has not stolen money from anyone. He is an intelligent person, so he made plans and he implement those plans on others, So he borrowed money, he give money, he lend money to others, and when he get back that money, he gets some rupees in form of interest. So in that case he became rich. So he intelligently, what he wants to say by this story, that intelligently he has used his money, he has invested his money, and that is why he has become rich. So there is nothing wrong in this act. I am not doing harm to anyone. This is just an intelligent way to earning money. Antonio, this was a venture, sir, that Jacob served for. Now, what he said, that this was a venture, means it was a matter of chance. It was a coincidence only that Jacob served for, that he has got the spotted sheep. It was not his deeds which make the spotted sheep. A thing not in his power to bring to pass. Obviously, it is not in the hand of the human beings that the sheep will produce. They are spotted. Only the spotted sheep will produce. That is not in the hand of humans. It is only a matter of chance. But swayed and fashioned by the hand of heaven, means it is all controlled and influenced by the God. God, he is the doer of all these things. These are not controlled by man. It was just a chance. Was this inserted to make interest good, or is your gold and silver ewes and rams? So he says that, do you think of your gold and silver and ewes and rams? Means Antonio asked him that do you want to justify your interest, means you are taking interest from others, do you want to justify this by saying these things? But it is only a matter of chance that Jacob has got the spotted sheep. This is not in his hand. So Shylock says that I cannot tell, I make it breed as fast. Here he is referring that he is making money very fast, just like the sheep breeds. So as he has given the reference of Laban and Jacob, how Jacob grows his profit of making sheep, similarly he also grows his business fast and he makes money so fast. But note me, Senior, but hear me. Note me is, he is telling to Antonio, just hear me. Antonio, mark you this, Bassanio. Now he is referring to Bassanio, that just see this fact that the devil can cite scriptures for his purpose, an evil soul. He has called Shylock a devil. Here the devil is referred to Shylock. He is saying that he is a very devil person. Devil can cite, because why he is a devil? Because a devil who is villain from inside, a devil, he can cite, he can give examples from the scriptures. Scriptures are the holy books, like we have Ramayana and Mahabharata. So they are also having the Bible, their scriptures. So what the devil do? They take the examples from the scriptures and they mold the stories of the scriptures, just like in a way that it gives you a satisfaction that whatever their wrong deeds they are doing, they justify that by giving the example from the cultural books. So he is saying the devil can cite scriptures for his purpose, to make his purpose, to justify his purpose, his deeds. He is taking examples from the scriptures. An evil soul, definitely he is an evil soul, producing holy witnesses. And what he is doing? He is giving arguments from the holy books. It's like a villain with a smiling cheek. Secondly, he called him a villain. He said that he is a villain with a smiling cheek. A goodly apple rotten at the heart. Oh, what a goodly outside falsehood hath. This paragraph, Antonio's speech, is very important because many questions can frame from this, that what are the descriptions Antonio has given about the Shylock. So here he is asking, he is saying that a goodly apple rotten, that a rotten apple which is rotten from the inside, but if you see from it outside, it is very good. But inside it is rotten. Oh, what a goodly outside falsehood hath. Means he is a devil from inside, but outside you will see him a very cultured person, a very decent man. Now Shylock is saying 3,000 ducats. This is a good round sum. He is saying that you have asked me for a 3,000 ducats. and it is a large amount. It is a good substantial sum. 3 months from 12. Then let me see the rate. So 3 months from 12. Yes, let me see what is the rate. Antonio, where Sherlock? Shall we be beholding to you? So he is asking Sherlock that can we look upon you as a helper? Are you going to help us? Sherlock, Signor Antonio, many a time and oft in the Rialto you have rated me about my monies and my uses. Now this paragraph of Sherlock's speech is very, very important. This is utmost important because till now we have heard that Sherlock hated Antonio because of so many reasons. In the earlier also he has said that as he is a Christian and I am from a Jew caste, so I just hate him. Secondly, he gives interest, he gives loans to others without interest, and that destroys my business. So these are the causes, but here one by one he will take the causes why he hates Antonio. Now he is saying that many a time and oft in the Rialto. Rialto is what? That is a stock exchange where the merchants meet and do their business, do their ventures. So you rated me about my monies and my uses. Rated is misbehaved. You misbehaved with me about my monies and my uses, because I earned money by giving loan to others and by taking interest from them. Because as I told you that in Christianity it is taking or giving loan or taking interest is supposed to be a very bad practice. So he said that many times in the Rialto you have misbehaved with me about my monies and my uses, because I take the interest from others. I make the money by taking interest from the others. So you have taken it and misbehaved me. Still have I borne it with a patient shrug. Means still after your insult I had always seen the tolerance. I patiently hear you. For sufferance is the badge. Sufferance because the people who suffer and they bear the pain inside. So that is for sufferance is the badge, because this is the quality, characteristics of my race. I am a Jew and this is a characteristic of Jew, that if they are insulted then also they bear it very patiently. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and spit upon my Jewish gabardine. So now what he is saying, you have called me a misbeliever. Antonio, many times you have called me a misbeliever, cutthroat dog. These are the examples he is giving what he has called cutthroat dog, and spit upon my Jewish gabardine. Now here, what is the meaning of spit upon my Jewish gabardine? Means Jewish gabardine is the clothes of Jews. That is a robe. Jews, you will see that they wear a type of a robe which is covered from their neck to toes. So on that means you have indirectly he is saying that you have insulted my religion. You have spit on my religion. You do not have any respect for my religion. And all for use of that which is mine own. And whatever I have, you always insult those things. Well, then, it now appears you need my help. Go on then, you come to me and you say, now, it seems that you have come to me because of my help. Sherlock, we would have monies, you say so, you that did void your realm upon my beard. You say so, you that did void, means you have spit many times on me, your realm upon my beard, and on my beard you have spit me, and foot me as you spurn a stranger cur. Cur is a dog, and many times you kick as if I am a stranger dog for you. Ovary our threshold, money is your suit. So, money is your suit means now you are demanding money. Now you are requesting me for money because you need it. What should I say to you now? What should I say? Should I not say, hath a dog money? Should I not say that a dog hasn't money? Because you have already called me a cutthroat dog. You have kicked me like a stranger dog out of his house. So, do you know that a dog has money? Dog doesn't has money. Is it possible a cur can lend 3,000 ducats? So do you think that it is possible a cur is a dog can lend 3,000 ducats? Or shall I bend low and in bondman's key with bated breath and whispering humbleness say this? Or shall I bend low means I should bow down before in front of you and in a bondman's key with bated breath means in front of you just like the servants speak in front of masters in a very humble low tone voice. Similarly, do you expect me that when you are asking me for money, do you expect me that I should whisper very humbly in front of you? Fair sir, you spit on me on Wednesday last. Okay, good sir. You have a spit on me means you insulted me in front of others in the royal toe last Wednesday also. You spurned me such a day another time. And you repeated that same thing on another day. You pushed me out of the way. You called me dog, you have called me dog, and for these courtesies, I will lend you this much money. And as you have done so many insults to me many a times, not only single time, many a times I have gone through those insults from you. So now, for these insults, I will lend you money. So how he is saying? He is saying in a positive way, but there is a sarcasm. Means he is not ready to give money and he wanted to trap Antonio. So he is taking one by one of his point in front of Antonio. Now Antonio, I am as like to call thee so again, to spit on thee again, to spurn thee too. So he is saying that I am just as likely to call you all those things again. Means whatever I have told you, that is not a false things. I can tell you the same things again and again. To spit on you again means thee means you. So to spit on thee again, I will spit on you again. To spurn thee too, and you push you aside again. If you will lend this money, lend it not as to thy friends. If you lend me money, do not lend it as it would be due to a friend. Lend it not means you just give the money, but don't give the money by thinking that I am your friend. Don't think me that I am your friend. For when did friendship take a breed? For barren metal of his friend. Because what the friends do? Friends never make profit from other friend. If I have a friend and he needs money, so I will give him money. I will not take any interest or will do any business with him. So similarly, but lend it rather to thine enemy. So lend it to me rather as to your enemy. Lend me money by feeling this that I am your enemy. Thou mayest with better face exact the penalty, and to whom if he shall fail to pay back the money, you will get the penalty from him. Means don't think that I am your friend. Just give me money by feeling that I am your enemy. And whatever, if I am not able to give you back the money, you just give me a penalty or take any bond or take anything from me as a cause of penalty. Now Shylock is saying, why look you how you storm? So now see, you have become angry. Storm means, see, whatever I have told you, you have become angry. I would be friends with you and have your love. I would like to be your friend and I also love you. Forget the shames that you have stained me. I am ready to forget all the shameful things, all the insults which you have done to me. Supply your present wants and take no doit. So tell me what you need, things you have done to me. To supply what you need now, I am ready to give you. And take no doit. And take not a penny, not a pie of interest. Doit means not a pie of interest, of usance. For my monies, and you will not hear me, this is kind offer, because you will not listen to me. And you know, it is a very kind offer which I am giving you, that I will give you money, whatever you need, whatever is your demand, and I will not take any interest also from that. So don't you think it is a very kind thing which I am offering you? Now Bassanio was astonished to see his plan. Now he is saying, this were kindness. Shylock, whatever you are saying, that this were kindness. Now Shylock is saying, this kindness will I show, that I will definitely show this kindness to you. Go with me to a notary. Just go with me to a notary. Notary is what? It is a register office where the legal deeds has been taken place. Means the legal documents prepared and that is signed by both the parties. Seal me there means whatever I have told you, just make it legal. Your single bond. Single bond means this is a single bond because Antonio is going to take the person who, if he fails to pay back the money, then Antonio will suffer for that, or Antonio will be answerable to that. So he is a single bond. And in merry sport. In a merry sport means out of fun. If you repay me not on such a day, if the amount which you will take from me, if on the particular day, that should be returned, and if on that day you are not able to return that sum of money, in such a place, such sum or sums as are. Means the place will also be determined, so you have to pay the amount in an agreed place, also the sum of money that are involved in that transaction, and be nominated for an equal pound, and let us name as the penalty if you are failed to pay me back the money which you have taken from me on the date and on the place, then what will happen? For an equal pound of your fair flesh. Now this is the real deed, real intention which is in the Shylock's mind. What he has now opened in front of them, that I shall cut off and taken away a pound of flesh from wherever of your part, whichever I will like. In what part of our body your body pleaseth me. Well, means wherever I would like, that satisfy me and that gives me pleasure, I will take a pound of flesh from the body of Antonio. Antonio said immediately, he doesn't think anything, any consequences or what worse condition can happen. In the characteristic sketch of Antonio, when you will discuss, you can also say that Antonio was not far-sightedness. He was not having a far-sightedness, because when he see that that Shylock is trying to trap him, and what could happen, because all the ships and argosies are on the stake, they are on the ship, anything could bad happen with them, even though he was agreed to the bond. Similarly, you can say in the character sketch of Antonio, that he is a true friend and he loves Bassanio more than his life. So these two characters we are seeing here. Now he is saying, content in faith, I will seal to such a bond and say there is much kindness in the Jew. So Antonio is saying that I shall sign my name to such a bond, and a Jew can be capable of this kind of kindness. Now again there is a sarcasm. This is the sarcasm he loves on Shylock sarcastically, that this type of kindness can be expected from a Jew only. Now Bassanio is saying, you shall not seal to such a bond for me. I will rather dwell in my necessity. Now when Bassanio heard about that Shylock is making a bond where the Antonio's life is at risk, and he can kill Antonio if he is failed to pay back the money, he said, no, don't sign the bond. I will rather dwell in the necessity. Let my necessity be remain there. I don't need money on the cost of your life. Antonio, why fear not me? I will not forfeit it. So he is saying that don't fear, I will not forfeit, means I will not fail by paying the amount of the money on the stipulated day and the stipulated time. Within these 2 months, that is a month before this bond expires, I do expect return of thrice 3 times the value of this bond. So why don't fear? Because I am going to take this money for 3 months, and within these 2 months I will get back all my money, means all my ventures will come back, and I am expecting the 3 times value more than this bond. Shylock, O Father Abram, what these Christians are. Now Abram is who? He is the founder of Jew race. So Shylock has taken, oh Father, let just we say that, oh God, he has taken the name of his Lord, that is Abraham. Oh Father Abraham, what these Christians are. He is telling that what are these Christians whose own hard dealings teaches them suspect the thoughts of others. Means their own dealings make them suspect the intentions of others, the thoughts of others. Pray you, tell me this. If he should break this day, what should I gain? Now he is telling that just tell me, just God, just tell me, if you should have a break the bond to pay on a certain day, what shall I gain by taking such a penalty? By the exaction of the forfeiture. Now forfeiture is the pound of flesh, that is the penalty which he is going to take if he is not able to get his money back on the time and date. So a pound of man's flesh taken from a man is not so estimable profitably neither. Why? Because I will take a pound of flesh as a penalty from Antonio, but what is this of use for me? This is of no use. Why? As flesh of muttons, beef or goats, because I cannot sell human flesh in the market. Who will buy it? Because if it would be the flesh of muttons, chickens or goat, I would have sell it and get the amount. But if that is a human flesh, so that is not profitable for me. I say to buy his favor, I extend this friendship. If he will take it, so. If not, adieu. I have just tell this offer in an act of friendship, because I think that he is my friend. That is why I am giving you offer. So now see what a irony, what a sarcasm Shakespeare has used here. Now, if not, if you are accepting this deal, then okay. Otherwise, adieu means otherwise goodbye. And for my love, I pray you wrong me not, and do not wrong me for offering an act of love. Now Antonio is saying, yes, Shylock, I will seal unto this bond. Yes, Shylock, I shall sign such a bond. Antonio was ready to sign that bond. Shylock, then meet me forthwith at the notary. So he is saying, then meet me very soon. Where? At the notary. Give him direction for his merry bond. Now he has given the direction of the office. And I will go and purse the ducats straight, and I will go home and see my purse. Purse means the money amount, and ducat straight means whatever the money amount I have at once, I am going to my house to see that amount in my purse. See to my house left in the fearful guard. Now he is saying that my house is left alone, and I have left my house in the hands of a guard who is fearful, means that is unsafe. Fearful is unsafe. Why my house is unsafe? Because it is not in a safe hands. Who is his servant? Launcelot. He is not a reliable person. Of an unthrifty knave, and presently I will be with you. Because he is wasteful, unthrifty is wasteful, and he can do many bad things also. He is not a safe person, not a reliable person. He is unreliable fellow, and soon I will, and presently I will be with you, means soon I will be with you again. Exit Shylock. Now with this speech, Shylock goes from the scene. Now Antonio, hi thee, gentle Jew. So he is saying, Antonio is saying that kind Jew. The Hebrew will turn Christian, he grows kind. He says the Jew will soon become a Christian. Hebrew is a Jew. So Jew will soon become a Christian as he is growing kindness. Bassanio, I like not fair terms and a villain's mind. Bassanio is saying that I don't like this kind of terms, whatever he has taken. And when they come from one with the, when that kindness comes from the mind of a villain, I am not sure. Means I don't like his bond. Antonio, come on, in this there can be no dismay. Now he is very sure. He says that, come on Bassanio, don't think. In this there can be no reason for fear. Dismay is fear. Don't fear. My ships come home a month before the day. Because definitely my ships are going to come within 2 months. That is 1 month before the day where I have to pay him back the money. and soon I will have more and more money in my hands and I will pay back the money. So with this with this I have completed my act 1, all the scenes, 1 2 3 scenes. Now this act 1 is very very important from the point of view of your exams, and the passages which were important for RTCs I have also discussed. Means I have given you direct examples that from which passage you should prepare well. Now in this act, why it is important? Because it has given the Shylock's character, similarly the Antonio's character. Shylock, here his shrewdness, his cunningness has come in front of the public, and now you have understood that how shrewd he is. He is not at all kind, and he can make the devil is inside him, many things whichever is told by Antonio. Similarly, he was insulted by the Antonio. And here also we have come to know about the Antonio's character, that he loves Bassanio very much, he is a true friend, and he is not a good foresightedness, means he is not able to see the future, what wrong can be done with him. So with this I have ended my act 2, now act 1. Now act 2 I will begin, where that is in the Portia's hall. So I have given you all the references, because in this act many references are given and which are taken from the Bible and holy books. So all the references I have mentioned you. Children, to make your Merchant of Venice drama more clear and scoring, here I am adding a question paper of MCQ whose link is given in the description box. So I have suggested to click the link below and attempt the paper, where you just have to click the right option and you can see your answer and marks then and there. For that, you just have to download Microsoft Forms and log in there. After giving the paper, don't forget to click the submit button. Thank you, children. So children, do like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my educational videos. You can ask me the questions in the comment section regarding this poem. I will surely solve your doubts.